what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scottie Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Fellas, before we dive into these curfew calls, let's not forget, this show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Fellas, coming to you from Hall Pass Media in Newport Beach, this is Missin Curfew. Curfew Calls Edition. Obes, the Updog, KC and the Ice Pick in the production room. Updog, this is curfew call number 6, my man. We'll probably be coming out mid-August. We'll be at my morning jacket, drunk as a skunk, in Red Rocks.
Probably double nighter. Followed up.
Are you coming in for both, you think? Is it Friday, Saturday? So it's LCD Wednesday, MMJ Friday and Saturday back-to-back?
It's something like that.
Yeah, let's,
you have your fights? You have your fight.
You know what's funny? I went full Updog today in the morning. I was looking at him. I'm going to book him. I'm going to book him, and I'm going to stay at that same hotel that me and you stayed at, that your buddy owns there.
The Maven. Shout out to Chad McQuinney.
Down by the...
the Maven Hotel. It's down by Coors Field.
Yeah, they play Updog. They play the 15th and 16th.
Which is Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And then LCD is on the Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm not going to make her in for LCD. I want to come in fresh.
What's fucking dancing community?
Yeah, I want to come in fresh. You think LCD would be good at Red Rocks? Yeah.
I think it'd be incredible. Yeah. I think Red Rocks is a great spot for any band.
For any band. I like LCD. For me, like, I think LCD, I think, like, inside, maybe at, like, where did we see them? At the Shrine in LA? Yeah, we did. The Shrine I thought that was a cool spot for them, a cool venue.
The Shrine, I've seen it
downtown.
Palladium
would be a good spot for them.
Because of the crystal ball that they have. How about this? How about this festival here the week before? If you want to maybe just come from the mountains. But in Aspen, Up in Sky, Friday, Rufus Del Sol.
Love them.
Saturday, Glass Animals.
Love them. Don't love them, but like them.
Yeah, good fuck album, actually.
Yeah. Rufus Del Sol is so sick.
That Glass Animals, start to finish, their first one, put that on when you're thumping away. It's soul.
Just let her go.
Let it. I mean, you get the
how long
waves of good.
How long is the album? How many songs on the album? How long are you going for, fella?
Fuck, she's a 4.
She's
an IP one, only 4 songs.
I can't thump like I used to. I only need about a song and a half nowadays.
I'm just going to give the boys here a little glimpse of the old Updog of what I used to pound to here. So yeah, Gooey. That album. This one right here. I'm telling you boys, you fire this on.
Does it do the work for you? You don't even have to do anything?
Does the work for you, boys.
Scottie, Glass Animals is one of my favorite bands. They're awesome.
The Ice Pick. There you go.
Ice Pick.
How did you hear about Glass Animals Ice Pick? Up in Boulder or what? Or you've known them from your Newport Harbor days?
Yeah, I think my favorite album by them came out when I was like 17 or 18, How to Be a Human Being. I think I just stumbled on it when I was in high school.
This album right here, Zaba, the deluxe edition. Black Mamba.
Kobe.
Pools. Gooey. I mean, the whole thing is just hazy. It's a good.
Ice Pick. Did you when you were growing up, your dad must have just been pumping tunes the whole time, right? Sometimes when I'm on a golf trip with your dad, he'll put on bands that I've never ever heard of.
So my dad, it's pretty much just like that 80s rock, 80s alternative, that kind of stuff. And my mom, every time in the car, would just be playing the Radio Margaritaville Sirius XM station.
Oh, I don't mind that.
A lot of Jimmy Buffett in my house growing up.
I don't mind
Bob Seger.
My old man loved Bob Seger.
Yeah, so did I. Hollywood Nights, bud.
Yeah. Hollywood Nights. So we go Red Rocks.
Dad didn't have his stage of life in Hollywood, though.
What's that?
I said, Pitter didn't have his Hollywood Nights, so like yourself.
Oh, but Pitter back in the day, he could have fucking hung in Hollywood back in the 60s there, smoking dope and fucking doing whatever.
A couple LSD hits.
Yeah, he was single back then. Pitter didn't get married till he was 30, and then didn't have me till he was 35. He did some running.
Oh, nice.
He went on some runners, especially when my uncle was playing the show in Boston. My dad would go down there and just
have a time.
Yeah. I'd go down there for a week. I go, what about
did
work?
Your uncle play with, what's his name? Sanderson?
Yeah.
He did, eh? Yeah. That guy was running. Yeah. Back in the days,
running. You played with all those guys, Cashman, Esposito.
Yeah.
He was on the team when Grapes comes out and he does this at the Forum where they lost to Montreal. And then after the series, they said to Grapes, like something, he's like, that's like the difference between asking if you'd like to have gonorrhea or syphilis. So he played on those teams. It was pretty cool. But Updog, Red Rocks, August 15th to 16th. And then I wanted to say, I want to probably, if I can do it, I'll be hurting. So I probably won't. But Santa Barbara Bowl, I've never been there. Have you?
Just went up there not too long ago to Santa Barbara. Never been to the bowl. I hear it's amazing.
Yeah.
I hear it's a 10 of 10 spot to watch the show.
So they're on the 20th. That is the Wednesday. So Sunday, Monday.
Can you jump on their bird? Or?
Well, I just mean by the time I get back, so let's say I fly back to Cali on the Sunday. Am I going to be recovered by the Wednesday? Probably not.
I would say you're going to want to pull the option.
Yeah, I'm not going to go. Fuck. So
you'll get enough of your MMJ. You're going to see all their songs. They're going to play each show will be a 3-hour set.
Let me ask you this. Although we've both never been to the Santa Barbara Bowl, it's better to go catch 2 shows at Red Rocks than just stay back and get the one at the somewhere you haven't been, right? Because we're gonna have our boys there, Gold Bowl and everyone. And I love Red Rocks for MMJ.
Yeah. I think that's probably a circle the weekend and we'll have a time.
Yeah.
I might come in solo for that one, actually.
You're not gonna bring the 3 kids or what? You're not bringing the kids to My Morning Jacket?
Yeah, Christina was talking about going up to this Rufus Del Sol the weekend before, like just us two.
Yeah.
I might just have to say, like, hey, the boys are going.
You do love Rufus Del Sol, but when it comes to My Morning Jacket.
Yeah, I know, but she probably won't want to do back-to-backers away from the kids, so I might just go there and then there.
Yeah. So you go to Aspen, do the Rufus Del Sol. She zips back to Orange County. Do you come back to Orange County or you just...
Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Jump on your bird.
So you come back. Yeah. So you're doing the old stick hill back. But that's smart.
I would have to strategically plan this right now and just say this.
You're pretty good at that stuff.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
You're pretty good at that stuff. So summer's rolling on here as we're doing these, boys. I hope everyone out there listening is having a great summer. And once again, thank you for all the curfew calls. This, it helps us a lot. Yeah, we love doing them, and it helps us throughout our off season. So we really appreciate it. Before we take we're going to do a road-in one-ups, but I got an off-season question that I wanted to share with you. I got a couple here, actually. Just as we did these, I've been thinking, during the lockout, I guess my question is hockey the hardest sport to train for in the off-season? Do you think, when the lockout season happened, I saw these baseball guys come in. They didn't do a whole fuck of a lot. Football guys I worked out with, and they would lift the entire gym. Like they would put stuff on the bench press and the squat and the deadlifts, and you're like, holy fuck, these guys are monsters. But no conditioning really. No like, hey, 3-mile run or get on the bike. So do you think hockey is the hardest off-season regimen? Like you got to get the weight, you got to get strong, you got to get quick, you got to get conditioning.
Well, no, and the sport you hadn't mentioned yet, but
I got it written down here.
What is MMA.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, so that's by far, because I did a few things with Toots back in the day in Kelowna, and we trained with this jiu-jitsu guy, and I worked out with him for 6 minutes, and I immediately was like, you guys are fucking in way better shape than any hockey guy. There's no way, and I'm 27.
Yeah, you were already good shape. Low body fat.
And I went into this thing, and me and Toots were like we were hurled over, puking 5-6 minutes into this.
Yeah.
Jumping over the heavy bag, doing push-ups, sit-ups, fucking, then kicking the bag, and then we're done.
Yeah. Then we're done.
So I worked out, and then, my last probably 8 years from 27, 28 through my mid-30s, I worked out with baseball guys. So I worked out at the Boris Sports facility. I worked out with guys like Chappie, Matt Harvey. I had a bunch of the young guys that were still like high draft picks, but were wanting to complete themselves. A lot of guys stayed in college and went back in the draft. It's kind of a unique thing, but watching them train, it was slower paced.
Yeah.
They're all having conversations. They're, like you just said, there are a lot of the, how much can we weigh? And so I had to kind of retrain my trainers. Chaser's going to kill me if I say this, but like, I'd always be like, hey, it's not all about like putting on heavier weight. Like I want to be able to just keep my speed up and then he'd be like, just fucking lift that. Would you just stop talking? And I'm like, okay. But
you guys had a sick setup there. I did a couple cameos with you and Getsy. It was an unbelievable facility.
Yeah, and I had 2 trainers. It would be me and them, and then the odd day when Pens would show up for a workout or Getsy would come in. Getsy would go home a lot, Saskatchewan in the summer. But anyway, it was different training. So speed training. I watched the way hockey guys do it now, Wolves, and It's all single leg. It's speed.
Single leg.
It's jumping.
Fuck, I hate
It's
jumping.
lateral. It's up, lateral, squat down, over lateral, sprint. And it's like, so you want to put yourself in those moments to go fast this way, quick change of direction, fast that way. But it wasn't so much heavy weights, although, we just had a guy, a Hall of Famer on our podcast not too long ago, Marty St. Louis. This guy's legs.
Yeah, Godzilla.
Yeah, and so is Sidney Crosby. So are Nate McKinnon's. So are fucking McDavid. Like these little Bedard's legs. Like some of the guys, the way they train, I wish I had fucking thick legs. Would have protected my knees a lot more growing up.
Yeah, no, and fuck, I remember when we bumped into Bedard at the final of Vegas and Florida when he was projected. He went first overall. And he was so young, but I couldn't believe how small he was. I didn't get to look at his legs. I'm sure his legs are monstrous. But when it comes to baseball guys, I think they work more on the craft, right? On the hitting. They're always in the cage. They're always working on fundamentals, throwing and stuff like that. Because they would show up to these workouts and they'd have like long pants on. Like I'm like, what kind of workout? You're gonna leave those pants on the whole workout? And they would. I'm like, you're not even getting the sweat in here, boys. And I guess they don't need to. And when you talk about UFC, you're absolutely right. Shout out to our old trainer Scott Prohaska. He used to train Mike Bisping. And Bisping came in one day, and I was in pretty good shape. Like this was probably right around the time this pod's probably going to come out, August. I'm getting geared up to go, and Bisping comes in, and Scott Praska's like, you're going to work out with Mike. You're going to do the... I'm like, holy... He didn't stop for an hour, man. Like, I hung in there, but I had to take more breathers than him. Like, he went for an hour straight of just punching. Like, it was insane. And then he's like, after that, I'm like, what's he going to do now? He's like, now he's going to go strike. Now he's going to go to his boxing coach and strike for another fucking hour or two. And then he's going to go wrestle or do jiu-jitsu. And then he'll get his road work in. I'm like,
crazy.
This is unbelievable.
So the one thing about old school hockey that I learned early was like, you got to have your lungs, right? And then but I was never a bike guy. I'd like to do quick sprints. I always found those to be hard, challenging. You can get your heart rate up. I would never sweat working out though. And then you jump on like a stair climber, and that's where I'd be like, okay, you know what? AirPods in, I'll go for 40 minutes. This is going to make me sweat. Riding a bike, Obes, never got me to this part. Like, I'm just, never liked it.
No,
I think that's why my quads were so small.
We had to do it, especially in Vancouver. And Roger Takahashi, great guy. Raji, great guy.
Yeah.
You always had my back. Thanks, Raj. Send me these rides in the summertime. And Updog, you never were at my house, but I used to live in the golf course, and I turned my garage into a gym. And I would go in there after dinner and ride the bike, and people would be, driving by my house honking on the horn, and I'd be in there with my fat jacket on. It'd be hot as fuck, and I'd be doing these intense bike rides that were really hard. So it got me going, but they were miserable.
Kelly Buckberger used to be like,
miserable.
Get on the bike. How many hours a day are you riding the bike? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, no.
Do you remember in our era when and I think the team that did it the most was maybe the Canucks, but like the Senators and the guys would do the interviews from the bike after the game. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. In the baby blue
Yeah,
shirts
like-
and shit. Like, just.
Was that cool? No. That was
Philly, in Philly, we used to have, I want to say they were letting media guys into our room.
They shouldn't be allowed anywhere except for just in the dressing room.
But I do remember that.
Yeah.
All across TSN.
Right.
Guys on the bike.
Guys on the bike. I remember Heater pretending he was riding the bike, Spaz, and they would do it to us. I remember Bird did a couple of interviews and Kess from the gym. It's like,
Yeah.
I bet you that doesn't fly now, right? Are they even allowed in there now, you think?
No, not the gym. But I would say, though, that to answer kind of where you're going with this question, yeah, hockey training's hard, but I actually think it's probably one of the best forms of training. Like high speed, high intense, you get your quickness up, you learn strength, but you need to be flexible. You can't be too stiff. It's an explosive workout. It's like the hockey athletes are some of the best all around in shape, tip-top shape guys that there are, I think.
No, it's so true. And UFC and boxers are, you're right, definitely ahead of us. And Billy Quinn's Coach Safe, was like explaining to me what, the workouts he would do. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I did my whole career. What you guys are doing. I did that every summer. And like TD's been working out at Stark or whatever. He's like, I'm like, oh, what'd you do? He'd tell me, I'm like, I did that for 20 fucking years, or not, maybe 15 years. I did those workouts, TD, every fucking summer. So it's like, but to your point, I think to get in overall shape, hockey players were, besides combat sports, the best.
Like, do you think
We are the best.
if you gave like a UFC guy a tennis racket and a baseball bat,
tennis.
if you gave him a tennis racket, a golf club, baseball bat, a football, like, would they be able to do one or two of those things great, like a pro? Like, they're probably just mostly in shape,
Yeah.
good hand-eye, quick. But like, give them a racket or like something to use as the sport, and they're probably a little out too much.
I would say probably not. Yeah, but do we have to throw tennis players in the mix here?
Tennis isn't well. Those guys are just quick.
Yeah,
obviously.
But you got to be
in 4 hours.
Unbelievable shape to play tennis.
You got one really strong arm.
Yeah, I saw a drill today. Actually, this kid was fucking hitting forehands, and he was just moving his feet like, bam, 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 like getting close to the net.
Those players train hard. I mean, it's just a lot of reps.
Yeah,
a lot of reps, and a lot of probably cooling down, stretching.
And then
then
we're forgetting about like, these are still sports, but like Tour de France guys. Like old Lance Armstrong, and there's one nut there, but those guys, all they do is ride their bike. And then obviously long distance runners. Cody Leibel.
It's insane.
It's insane.
To be an Ironman or to even think of doing something cardiovascular for like 7-8 hours straight is so nuts.
Right?
You have to be a psychopath. You really do.
Oh, I used to hate these drills. The old ladder drill.
That guy sucks at them. But by the way,
does he?
Better
than me.
I love that sort of stuff.
You like the ladder drill?
Love the ladder drill.
Really?
I loved like shuttle runs. I loved anything around pylons that was quick. That was like a 25-second workout.
Wow.
I could do that.
Fuck, I hated all that. I mean, listen, I hated working out. Like, I did it because I knew we had to, but and you know what?
Was it Sinner training like this?
Yeah, this is the Sinner.
Yeah, he's a beast. Was he doing that? Was that him on the ladder?
Yep, that was him.
All right.
Yeah.
He's got better feet on the court than he did in that ladder. Look, he's got ankle bracelet weights on. Yeah. I think. That's a guy that was super skinny when he first came. I mean, he was tiny.
Was it still like lifting weights when you guys were in there though? Like, because I feel like now, like, do these kids even do that?
Yeah, they lift weights. A lot of it's like deadlifts and not so much bench press anymore. A lot of it's single arm dumbbell press, like push-ups, stuff with like chains on their bodies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was lucky though. Growing up, I had obviously Richie and Jason Saprika and Derek Smith made it fun. And then I came out here and trained with Loops and Billy Brookbank and Sean Scan was a trainer. Made it fun. At least it was fun. It was as much as it was miserable. And like, we'd have long workouts, man. We'd be in there for fucking 2 hours every day, 2.5 hours. Then when we started skating in August, right to the rink. It was like long days, man.
I know. I wish. So I'd always go south. So we're in Newport Beach. I'd always drive to Laguna Beach. That's where the gym was. I didn't even know for fucking 7 years that there was a rink within a 7-iron shot from where I was working out. I would drive to fucking Anaheim Ice, 45 minutes on that stupid freeway to meet you boys, where I could have just said, hey guys, like, I'm 7 minutes from Pelican Hill.
But you want to skate with us.
Yeah, but I would have been like, guys, let's just go out here. 7 minutes, because we used to go play Pelly after that.
Oh, so you would have tried to talk us into coming down to you.
Fucking A, boys.
And then you would have used Pelican Hill as your gambling, as your negotiation. Might have worked.
Might have worked. Even Oak Creek was closer.
Because we hated Anaheim Ice too. We all skated there because we had to.
And all we needed was to bring out one guy and just put us through some drills and fucking have a goalie out there, really, right?
Yeah, we weren't really fucking doing too much.
Fuck, we'd still be playing.
Yeah. Hey, KC, can you find this thing? Do you remember Uppy, the old...
That drill right there is insane. That's, the wheel, that is insane. If that was the only thing you had in your house to work out, you would be so strong. We're looking at this thing.
You'd be good at fucking, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like that is tied on your nuts.
That's good for just in the bedroom. Oh, we used to have to do that one. Go back, KC, where you go like this.
Look at how skinny Sinner is, though.
Go like that up, dog. Oh, that one. We did that one religiously with fucking Shaker. I had a little more weight than Sinner had on her too there. What is that, a 25 on there or what?
You don't miss working out.
No, missed the paycheck, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I miss going in and I miss the feeling of after going through a 2 hour and 20-minute NHL fucking summer workout, giving Loops and the boys knuckles and have a little stretch and let's go get a shake. I miss that. But I don't miss that feeling of driving there and getting out of my car and walking in there and realizing like I got 2.5 hours of just coming at me here. You know, I hated it. I hated that feeling. But now the way I love to swim, I feel good. As I've matured, or as I'm not really mature, but as I've gotten older, I think I appreciate what working out does for you more. When I was younger, I don't think I really understood how good it was for you. I just did it because I had to ups.
I miss like feeling like I could just fucking hit someone and barrel them over.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, maybe get back in the UFC gym there. There's a UFC gym up by you, isn't there?
Those guys are beasts on. Without hurting my shoulder in my golf game, I want to get ripped again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On steroids. Hey,
Life Force, baby.
Do you remember? Yeah, Life Force, baby. Do you remember these things where you used to put the little things over your shoes and you'd skate back and forth? The Strider.
Oh yeah.
What were they called, Ups?
Oh, that's the glide board.
Show me a glide board, KC,
Yeah,
please.
Glide board. Skater strap.
Yeah, right here. These things. We used to do these, and I used to fuck the dog. So when Shaker said, "Okay, we're gonna do the skater slides for our conditioning,"
Yeah.
I was like, "Perfect, workout's over," because you could fake it on these. You could just go as hard as you wanted to. Are these things still popular? They can't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, these are good. There was, you know what? I actually saw.
We did a lot of those right there.
I saw a deck one time of a guy trying to start a business where it was all gliders in like a studio. So you go in like, flywheel or, whatever you call those.
Look at that one, the hammy. That one sucked. We used to do that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good form by him.
Again, it's a good.
So you're telling me these things are still in NHL off-season programs?
I think they're good during a phase of your rehab for a lot of things, like a knee or most likely your knee or your ankle. Like,
but
it becomes
not so much a conditioning tool. Like we used to have to do, I think it was maybe 20, 30 seconds on and offs.
Yeah.
Or a minute on.
Probably not anymore, like where they're demanding you do that.
Yeah.
But I think every NHL team probably has one sitting in their training room.
Collecting dust.
Collecting dust.
Collecting dust.
Yeah, the kids at Great Park use these, and the kids who really care have them in their garage.
They do. So these
Yep.
things are still
Yeah,
selling.
yeah.
These things, I thought these would be like extinct, like myself. I thought they'd be done.
No, slide board, man.
Slide board
for the quads. The quads.
This is what all the kids do here. They stick handle at the same time.
That's what we should have
Yeah.
been doing, Ups.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the old stick.
See, Shaker, where we're
I
going.
gotta get Beckham one of these now.
That's what you got to get Beckham. He'll be the next McDavid.
Yeah.
I bet you McDavid was doing shit like this. Right? That's why his hands are as quick as his feet. Never once did we think about stick handling. We were just bagging ourselves on it, or I was fucking the dog on it.
Yeah, totally.
Should have been stick handling.
You always gotta have a puck in your hand.
Got to get your touches in.
Yeah.
Any drill that doesn't have a pass involved in it is a stupid drill, don't you think?
I mean, I was watching McDavid the other day in his summer workouts, and the stuff he's.
Is this him here? Yeah, look at this kid.
This is a young McDavid here. What's this? What's this? Fuck the dog workout, boys.
That's where like you look like you're trying, but
Yeah,
you're not
you just
trying.
fake it. KC, you just like push, like,
No,
The window shopping, huh?
but you're really not. You're really not digging.
and
You're
just by the way, that strider thing only works when you're really like kneeled over. If
Yeah.
you're just straight legging it,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Exactly. It's as hard as you make it, Casey. And so probably doesn't surprise you. Once they gave me an inch, I'd take a mile. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I'm just gonna. I mean, I wouldn't embarrass myself, but I wasn't digging. You know who was digging? Loops. Loops was digging.
Loops always dug.
Loops was digging.
Loops was digging. I saw Loops the other day on the boardwalk. Headphones in, and he's got a little tiny little rat dog. Just attacking. That dog was attacking every single person and every single dog on the boardwalk, and he's just dragging that thing along.
Just yelling at
Yeah,
it.
just no. He wasn't saying a word to anybody or the dog. Just dragging it. It was hilarious.
Loops had some people over
That's Hank.
to kick off the summer. Hank, yeah. DeMarco goes. Someone asked him how old Hank is. And he said 3 years old. DeMarco's like, holy fuck, he looks 30. He's only 3 years old. Hank does got a little silver fox to him though. He does look older than 3 years old.
Benjamin Button. Fuck.
Yeah. Should we do the first read? Is there anything else you want to talk about on that front? Up dog basketball players, do they work hard or what? Ice pick, do basketball players work hard? They got to get their conditioning in.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of running for them, and I would say it's all like lower body, jumping, running, conditioning.
They work the lungs in other ways off season, boys.
Yeah, exactly. Smoke. All right, well, let's do a read. We'll do a little read here. Casey, how do you want to do it? You want to go read, then call, or how do you want to do it, fella?
Yeah, let's start with one of those reads you got there, and then we'll move into a call.
All right, this is Cody Thompson. Thanks for the write-in, fella. He says, hey, fellas, little two-parter here. You walk into a bar that has every beer in the world on tap. What's your second choice? First is an ice-cold, delicious Labatt Blue. Fucking writes to this fella. So that's the first part of the question. And Updog, the second part is, and what was the first beer you ever had? Maybe you snuck a Labatt 50 out of the old man's beer fridge or travel pack of Busch from an older brother. Mine was a Molson Dry out of the barn fridge. Love to hear yours. Love the pod. Cheers. So obviously our beer of choice is Labatt Blue, but back in the
Blue
day,
Lights right in my fridge. They're stacked, front facing, label out. In my fridge. It's a nice looking bottle.
the nice looking
can.
Yeah, I'm
Nice looking can, Obes.
I want to say, I think maybe the first beer that I ever took out of my old man's beer fridge, though, I want to say it was a Molson Golden. Do you remember those ones? Like
Yeah.
I think it might have been a Molson
I
Golden.
remember the first time I had beer. I totally.
Yeah, I think
I was
that's
going
what it
to a
was.
dance when I was like grade 9. I'm at my buddy Pat Dupuy's house. He's a righty. He played on my Pee Wee Quebec team. Good guy. And we're in his room, and pulls out it was probably a case at the time. We probably are going to go through more than 6, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember tasting it, and it was like warm and fucking gross. And I'm like, what the, you remember the first time you have, Beckham loves it, by the way.
Loves beer?
Loves beer. Sticks his finger in there.
Like, go to cold place, drink a beer. I like this kid.
And I drink IPAs too. Like
Yeah,
I like a good IPA.
I don't know how you and Loops bang those down.
Well, you only need 2, and then you're
Half cut.
That's what I tell Loops too. I'm like, Loops, you got to stop like going 4 or 5 IPAs. Like 2 needs to be our limit, because you go cross-eyed after. When you start on your 3rd one, I go, you more than me.
Yeah.
You get fucking crippled, and because they're heavy.
Yeah, they are. They're really.
But you don't need, if you're watching calories, you only need 2, and you're just tuned.
Fuck, it's a good point.
Yeah. Like Big Guy will drink.
Oh,
How many Labatt Blue Lights would Big Guy
The
drink?
big guy could come in here and he could drink. I don't know how many's in
He'd
there.
go 8 right off the hop.
Yeah, easy.
And then on his way to like 14.
He could crush 15 to 16 of those and be fine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even piss either. Crazy. I don't know how he does it. Labatt 50, Bush. Shout out to my boy, the franchise Shane Taylor. He used to love I'm sure he still does. You love the Bush Lights.
Bush Lights, yeah.
We'd always go to these parties, right? Out in the fucking Hicks, and he'd bring fucking 24, 48 Bush Lights.
Life was so simple back then.
Do you ever
Just
remember
how to get the beer?
Yeah, beer, and try to get fucking jerked off or something. I didn't say anything. I didn't try to get a finger blast in or something. Do you remember the first time you ever stole like hard liquor out of your old man's?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it was peach snaps.
Ooh.
Yeah, me and my buddy. Shout out to Sean.
Why
Young.
does all our parents have peach snaps and shit?
Younger came over after school. My parents were still working, and I dove in. He's like, I got that peach schnapps. And we drank it, hammered it. And I actually slowed down once I kind of realized that my parents were coming home. Younger went full bore, and he was fucking laying on my outdoor pool tuned up. And my parents came home and were like, what the? I was like, we got the old peach snaps on you there, Roxy. Sorry.
My first time getting super gooned, it was New Year's Eve, and I'm playing on the midget team. I'm younger. I'm like 14, 15. I'm playing on the midget team, and they're having a party, and it's like, it's 6, 7 o'clock, right? My parents are like, okay, you have a hard curfew at like 11. I went, what? It's fucking New Year's Eve. How am I going to come home before midnight?
Yeah.
Fuck, Mom and Dad, you're going to make me look like that
loser,
kid
like a loser
on the team?
Yeah.
Right? So they were hard like 11 o'clock. So I remember I go to the party, and I told like 1 or 2 of the guys, and it's kind of I'm kind of getting, the rookie hazing a little bit, whatever. They're like, well, fuck. Well, you might as well get pinned. Or like, I'm like, I'm going to drink early then and just go home. I remember standing in the middle of the room, like chugged like 3 beers and fucking maybe 1 shot Obes, and I'm in the bathroom
Puking.
on the toilet, just, my face there. I remember seeing photos of it after too. And my buddy Nick Roberts, shout out to Nick, he listens to the pod, one of my best buddies. He fucking drives me home at like 9 o'clock. Okay. So 9 o'clock, it's still light out in Fort Mac. No, this was a summer party. It wasn't New Year's. Because I'm thinking it was no, it was a New Year's Eve party. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why is it still light out? It was still light out probably because it was fucking that early I got home. And I walk right up the driveway, and it was like I was completely sober. As soon as I got to my driveway, Obes, I was completely sober. I went in, I'm like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad. And then I just walked downstairs and passed out on the bathroom floor. And my buddy was like, holy shit. And, he ended up telling my mom, like, he just was sick and blah, blah, blah. And he totally took care of me. But they were like, he doesn't look it. And he's like, yeah, I don't know how he just got himself together to walk up the driveway like that, but he's in one. So then the next morning, my mom woke me up, and I'll never forget it, but she cracks open a beer at the breakfast table, and I just was like, oh my God.
Just hung.
Like, we all have that story of like how your parents handled your first like puke style. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was, it wasn't a pretty performance on my part.
Yeah, I remember for me, like when my parents first probably found out, I was playing junior hockey for the Porto Buzzards, we were called, and I would come home and they would know. But throughout my high school, shout out to my boy Cramper, Steve Cramp, he'd have parties at his house. His parents were fucking always cool, and then I would stay at Johnny Wright's house, my other buddy. And the one night I had too much to drink, and Johnny's basement would get a little hot sometimes, and like I couldn't sleep, and I had no money, and I couldn't call my parents. And Coburg to Porto was probably a 5K walk. And obviously, I was younger and pretty. I'm like, fuck it, I'm walking. So I walked 5 kilometers home, 5 cucking K. And when I got home, I was still drunk. And by the time I got home, I probably left his house at, I don't know, 2 a.m. I probably got home at, I don't know how long it took me, 2 hours, 4 a.m. And I had to knock on the door because the door was locked, right? I had no key. And my parents came down, and I was a little bit more sober, but I was still drunk after 5K. I walked up to.
That's nuts.
Had no money for a cab. Didn't have a cell phone back then, I don't think. I just said, fuck it, I'm walking.
You know what another green light was walking around doing trick-or-treating back in the day. Just load up a backpack full of beers. And
Yeah?
oh, yeah. We'd already have snowfall and shit. It was just a nice time to kind of like, just like, okay, how long do we have away from our parents right now where we could just get gooned and walk around?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we were probably, 15, 16. No, probably 15. Actually.
Is there anything that you drank when you were younger that you can't drink anymore if you smell it still?
Brandy
And
cinnamon schnapps.
cinnamon schnapps.
Like, to the max, no way. I can't even smell it.
Wow. See, so mine is Bacardi white rum. Yeah. My dad was a rum drinker. So after I steal the peach schnapps out of the old man's I'd start stealing this fucking rum. But I was a lot smarter. I'd only take a little bit of it at a time. So I started to kind of acquire a taste for it. So I always, when the boys would go to the store and get booze, I'm like, give me a fucking 2-6er of, right?
Yeah.
The 2-6er of Bacardi white rum. Fuck ups. I would just chug it like straight. Finally, one night she turned on me, and I fucking was puking outside Cramper's house the entire night. And to this day, if I see it, a bottle, or if I smell it, I'm still like, ooh.
How pinned did I get at Gosler when I was
drunkest I've ever seen you? Drunkest I've ever seen you was at Gosler Ranch. Not the most fucked up I've ever seen you, but the drunkest I've ever seen you.
For sure. I was just, I'm sorry.
You're puking. You're fucking like, oh, we're rooming together. They put us to like, you guys got a room, but you're rooming together. We're like, fucking rights. Yeah, perfect. We love it. You're puking. You're like, fuck, I'm sorry, Holmes.
What do you think I was on?
I'm sorry, Holmes. Sorry, man. I'm like, it's okay. I'll just get it out of you.
You're like, don't worry, you're not my partner in the next match.
That's when we showed up the next day and fucking drove one of those buggies, and Holly's like, hey, Upshaw.
Was that the night?
Yeah.
It was, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
He goes, hey, Upshaw. Way to start that fight there last night. Way to moonwalk your way out of there.
What's the secret to when you're in that stage?
Fucking go on the bed, one foot on the floor, and just pray to God that you can. But you were past that stage. You were.
I was.
You got to get it out of you. You got to get it out of you.
See, I always thought just puke till you can't puke no more.
Yeah,
get it all out.
Yeah, once you start, don't stop. It stings.
Because like alcohol poisoning is it's a real thing when you're young. Like it all of a sudden it's just like you're fine, and then like you're done. You're so gone, and it's scary because like some kids, if you don't know how to puke properly.
There were stories of when we were in high school. If it was either St. Mary's or the East or West, someone drinking too much and they had to get their stomach pumped and shit. Like it's a serious thing.
It's because you don't eat though, probably too.
I was always eating. No, I usually have a 12-inch fucking Mr. Sub assorted before I went and met the boys. My Mr. Sub. Give me a double assorted there, fucking little secret sauce and some mayo. I'm going to get drunk with the boys.
Oh, so when you were out in Finland, did you ever try any of that like black licorice vodka type shit they drink out there?
I think when we lost out in the playoffs, they
Salmiakki or something.
They had something for the boys. I just remember drinking some awful stuff, and then this old Finnish trainer, which I've told before, but he made me do the Siberian chew. He's like, "You tough guy." He's been all over me all year. You tough guy. Give me the fucking shit.
It's awful. That's the one. That's the one I can never drink it again. I was up in northern Finland with my friend and at the lake house and trying to drink with all the Finnish dads, and they're like, "Oh, another," and I just threw up for 6 hours all night long. It was just never again.
When's the last time you puked from drinking? I'm trying to think. Was it Gaza Ranch the last time you puked? Probably.
No. No, I puked not too long.
From just no.
I did. I puked. Where did I puke last? I puked because I got home and I was like, "Fuck, Christina, I fucking puked last night." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was. It might have been leaving Rothschild's or something one night."
That makes sense. Mine was in Vegas with Billy Quinn. Started just puking, and I woke up the next day, and he, from a couple of texts to Billy, I'm like, "What did I drink?" He's like, "I didn't think too much," but I'm like, "Yeah, fucking puking everywhere." Fucking not at the card table, but
yeah, I want to say it was leaving Rothschild's one night. It was just a night of like
old fashioned,
and that, and then a straight like good tequilas, which he's always a nice guy, Frankie boy, give him some nice tequila. But yeah, and that's a lot of people would say tequila is the one thing they can't smell, but that's just because you started drinking bad tequila.
Yeah, but is bad tequila the worst? Like bad whiskey's, I can choke down a bad whiskey. Bad tequila is
one of the worst.
Awful.
Yeah.
And warm. Oh
yeah.
Puke right now.
Rum's not too far.
I wouldn't leave that rum lying around here with this bunch. No, rum ain't perfect either.
No.
Fucking Ice Pick's old man likes a nice fucking rum on the back nine. Todd pickup.
Little rum and coke.
It's a little Captain's and Diet going. Yeah.
Did you guys ever fill back up the peach schnapps when you guys were, in high school? Like for your parents, so they wouldn't know?
I don't think I was probably smart enough for that, Casey.
Just like, fill her halfway with water.
No, I think because my old man would have been more choked at me if he went there to pour himself a cocktail and there was fucking water in there. He would have broke out the fly swatter on me again.
So I got this really nice bottle of tequila that I got from Joe Moody. Shout out to our boy
Schmoots.
And it's etched in this Italian like blown glass. It's painted, hand painted on the bottom. It's got its own it's got its own like humidor it sits in with a glass. Like it's a sick decanter bottle anyway. I go to have a drink and I've only had like maybe 4 shots out of it. One with my brother, one with my dad. And like it sits there, it's a decoration. I went to have a drink there not too long ago with Loops, and it was just with Loops, right? Okay, so I pour it, I let it breathe, and I say, Loops, this is probably like $100 shot, maybe, like whatever.
Yeah.
And we're drinking it, and I'm like, is this watered down? I go, fuck, is this watered down? He's like, oh, I haven't tasted it before. I go, I think this is watered down. Who the fuck was in my house and had a drink of my tequila and thought like, oh, he probably knows where it is and watered it down? Then my wheels are going. I'm like, this can't be watered down tequila, but like it doesn't have that punch that it did before.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You think your old man ever thought that back on the day? Like, this peach schnapps is fucking not peachy. Yeah, too peachy.
And I was probably scared to put the water because he'd be more pissed at that. He'd be more pissed about that than he would have been if he just went and he was only at half a bottle because he could have ran to
How do you really tell I can't buy another bottle?
Because he would have went to I'll tell you what you do.
Yeah.
Take that bottle right over to the Bay Club. Say, Smoothsy, let's have a shot. He'll know as soon as it touches his lip.
Smoothsy would.
Smoothsy will know.
It's a nice
His bar is unbelievable.
It's got a tight bar.
What is one of the nicest, maybe, if you guys can remember? I remember we were out at Rothschild's recently, all of us, and the party next to us was drinking, a bottle as old as the guy on his birthday. He's 90 or something. Like, is there an old bottle or something memorable you guys would drink? Old bottle of wine.
Fuck, I had an old bottle of wine that I got up. It was a Camus, and it was maybe like a 2018 special reserved that I had kept for a while here, and I actually cracked it open with Mac Miller when I guess it would have been New Year's Eve of this year. So that was like the bottle that I hung on to the longest, Casey. 2018 special reserve Camus. Fuck it. When I opened it up and let her breathe for a bit, I decanted it and everything like proper National League style. Fuck, it tasted so good. So good.
So I'm going to fire a quick hello to Jordan Escott, beauty from Newfoundland. Him and his brother collect wine. And past summer, I was back home with the family. I met him one night. He actually lived with the O'Reillys in midget when he went out to Ontario to play midget hockey. He used to live with Fat Daddy.
Nice.
So he brings me out to organize a dinner for all my family. And what he did, he brought like 12 bottles of wine. Started it off with birthdays or years from my family. So my dad's 62. He brings a 1962. My brother's an 86. He brings an 86. My mom's a 61. He brings a 61. Uncle, blah, blah, blah. And we go through 12 or 13 bottles of wine. and he brought them there early, decanted them all. Just an absolute legend of a guy. But Opus 1, Silver Oak Obes. Like, I'm looking through some of these bottles. This is a 55 creme de tete, like a 1955. The Silver Oak was a 91.
Ooh. 91 Silver Oak.
Silver Oak's 91. 1992 Opus 1, and shout out, you're going to be over Opus 1. Right?
I love
these little sick bottles.
I love Silver Oak. I may like Silver Oak more than Cayman.
A 1986 Chateau La Ville Barton. That's a good Frenchie there.
I often thought about our trip when we were in Ireland. We should have bought some scotch, some sick scotch over there and hung on to it. But I just Googled here, most expensive scotch ever sold. Macallan, a damn, 1926, was sold in 2023 for $2.7 million. Bottle of scotch, 1926, Macallan. 2.7, 1926.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an old bottle.
Do you bust that open or?
For 2.7.
I wonder how whiskey ages that long. That's 100 years old. That's like 90.
It's 100 years old almost.
97 years old. That's pretty nuts.
Crazy. But do you think over in Ireland, if we would have brought over some bottles of Irish whiskey back and hung on to them for 50 years, that they might have been worth something longer?
I know you.
I would have drank it. Fuck, I should have hung on to that. But Cody Thompson, thanks for the question, fella. KC, let's do a call in here.
All right, boys, here we come. A little question about your playing days up in Vancouver, boys. Kind of for Obes here. Here we go.
Fellas, Big Gary coming at you from Campbell River, Vancouver, Island, British Columbia. This question was for Obes and Richie, but Uppy and Schmaltz, you want to tag in? Feel free, boys. Question is, while you two were playing for the Canucks, did you guys ever venture over to Vancouver Island for a little fishing excursion in Defino, or getting fucking tuned at the Sticky Wicket in Victoria, or even at JJ's Strip Club in Campbell River, the only one on Vancouver Island? Love the show, boys. R.I.P. Broadway. R.I.P. Johnny Gaudreau. Keep her up, fellas.
Big Gare sounds like a beauty.
You ever been to Campbell River?
Never been to Vancouver Island, brother. Never made it over there. Listen, I the season would end, and I'd be in such a hurry to get back down to Hollywood with you and fucking Loophole to get back up in the hills and start, chasing and mixing it. That I never really got to enjoy Vancouver Island. That time of year, as you know, the summertime is beautiful in British Columbia. I never made it over there.
I had an aunt uncle live in Campbell River. I went there as a kid, a long time ago, but I remember playing golf, so I probably was 13, 14 years old. My Aunt Lynn and Bill lived over there. And then I've been fortunate enough to go just across the water, the channel from Campbell River is an island that our friend Kevin Washington's family had since the 80s. And this thing is like Jurassic Park. There's bald eagles everywhere. There's bears, all natural deer and elk on the property, dolphins and fucking. It's truly spectacular. You fly in, you fly up the channel, there's Queen Charlotte Islands or whatever those are called. They're beautiful.
That's exactly
it is something, that you can only dream of in your wildest dreams when you're up there. Trent Jones Jr. built a 9-hole golf course for his dad right there.
Oh shit.
It's beautiful. So been fortunate enough to do that. It's a beautiful part of the world. Fuck. Canada's great for that.
British Columbia is as good as it gets, obviously, for Canada anywhere in the world. But my uncle Gerard, absolute beauty, lived in Tofino, and my cousin Brandon and Sean grew up there. So I was always talking to them about the island and stuff like that, but never made it over.
Big
there.
surfing town.
Yeah. But you talk about the Queen Charlottes, and Big Gare asked if we went fishing. We never went fishing. But every year in Vancouver, we'd have our big charity night, right? Or whatever, casino night. You know how they have those nights, right? And there'd be a lot of money being thrown around. And then this fishing trip to the Queen Charlottes would come up. And I remember Mitchie being like, watch what this fucking goes for. And it would go for fucking like outrageous amount of money. And I'm like, why is it going for so much? And Mitchie be like, buddy, you go up there, you're fucking salmon the size of fucking the island. He's like, you go up there, you fly them in on the birds, you stay at a nice establishment or whatever. They come in and you're fighting these fucking salmons for the whole trip. He's like, it's epic. And then it's as beautiful as you're saying, like, it's just beautiful. And every year in Vancouver, people, these big wig business guys would fucking shell out hundreds of thousands of dollars to go on these tournaments, to go fish in the Queen Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean,
Danny Lane does it. Danny Lane
He
does
does.
it. Yeah, Laner loves it up there.
I mean, Ham Hughes and, Willie Mitchell, they had that little chalet up there that they did all the, you stay up there, you eat there, you had the boat tournaments and whatnot. So, yeah, it's a pretty special spot.
What was the golf course that old beauty there fucking Len Berry built? Big Bear?
Well, it was called Bear Mountain.
Bear Mountain.
Sick track.
Let me look that up. You ever play it?
I played it a few times. That's so Victoria looks right across to the U.S. to I think they even call it Vancouver on the other side, but it's a beautiful place. The views are insane. I think like the Westin took it over.
Not another Westin. Hey, Bully, not another fucking. Wow, this is beautiful up here.
Bear Mountain.
Holy shit! Little water on the left there, water deep.
Yeah, it's cool. Like mountain golf is awesome, by the way. Like all the
ball goes forever, right?
Yeah, but through like Banff and
you must hit it 400 yards.
Like down through the Kootenays and stuff, and then Kamloops has epic golf courses. Kelowna's got great golf courses. It's British Columbia's a gem.
It's a peach. If I ever had to move back to Canada, if I wasn't living on a lake in Ontario, British Columbia would be where I would.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, obviously you got to deal with some rain in the wintertime if you're around Vancouver. And as you go north, it's snow, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it's great.
It's great.
Fuck yeah.
Banff, I went to Banff when I was in Cowtown for Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. My mom and dad and girl I was dating at the time, and I only spent one night there, but beautiful. I'd like to go back. They should do an outdoor fucking game in Banff. I don't know why they haven't.
Lake Louise, some of the shots of the water and the hiking you can do in the summer. I know you're not a huge hiker.
Not a huge hiker.
It's like you're in the wilderness, man. You're up there like it's just, you feel like you're just a little speck in this crazy, crazy planet.
Look at this setup. This is probably what the boys were putting towards the charity. Yeah, that's.
Which one
Look
is
at
this?
the size of that fucking thing. That's not a salmon.
Yeah,
though.
this
What
is
that?
This is that Queen Charlotte.
Is that a steelhead uppy?
Fuck, I don't know. Oh my.
There's salmon though.
Look at that.
That thing's huge. That
Is that a
fish.
steelhead or not tarpon? I don't know anything about fishing.
Tarpon,
eh?
That's a nice tarpon. There you go.
Nice tarpon. What kind of fish is that? Anyone know? Oh, I'll see what they got.
I'm starving. I can't look at that salmon right now. That's fucking really good.
That looks good with a little.
Yeah, this Queen Charlotte place looks
little miso glaze.
Looks like Hawaii in some of these photos. It's crazy,
right? And then you're out there and you see the Arctic whales come right by the boat, eh?
Yeah.
Look out for those boys. I think there's a salmon for sure, and then there's another big fish they fish at.
Trout. Steelhead trout?
Steelhead. I thought that's what it was. Salmon fishing in the Queen Islands. I thought sturgeon?
Those are big.
Do you remember Mike Richards had a picture? Can you, KC, pull up Mike Richards' fucking fish or something like that? Do you remember that fish he pulled out of Thunder Bay there where he's living? The fucking thing. It was like a muskie or something.
A sturgeon is like a lake monster. They say like the Ogopogo is a fuck.
What's the Ogopogo?
Yeah, the Ogopogo.
Okay.
That's like the mythical sea creature that lives in the Okanagan. Ogopogo. But some say it's just a massive lake.
So in this Queen Charlotte place, they're catching Chinook, which is like a spring salmon, and then a coho, which is a silver.
That's an old hockey stick. That's an old hockey stick. I used to use a coho.
Silver salmon, and then a Pacific halibut.
Ooh, I like that sashimi style.
It's an ugly looking fucker.
Ling cod, and that's what they're catching up there. Those are the main 4 food groups.
Okay.
They got a price tag on that? Plan and book. Go to Plan and Book here. Let's get a deal here. What is this website called?
I'm telling you, man, these guys in Vancouver used to pay fucking top dollar.
What's a day rate there?
Look at that. 3 night.
We probably want the main lodge, eh? $6,000.
$6,000.
That's not bad.
Plus your guided package, another couple grand for the boat.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, not bad. It's not.
So this was, I think,
they guarantee you to get to reel a couple in though. Is that the?
I don't think anything like that's guaranteed, but you're for sure. Yeah, you're not imagine going getting skunked there. Is that the helicopter they bring you in? You got to tell. I don't like helicopters. I may never get on a helicopter again, unless it's Marine One with the bumper.
Yeah. Why?
Never been a big fan. Never been a big fan of them.
Yeah.
Obviously,
you got to make sure they had 2 engines.
The Colby tragedy was, awful. But just even the one we went in Ireland, which was a nice one, right over to Tralee. I hated it. I hated the feeling of it.
Air over there too.
Jesus, I didn't like it.
It feels like once a month now you hear about something too, whether it's in a river in New York or in Hawaii or somewhere. It's scary.
I thought about starting to fish, because Big Canyon's closing down here. Fuck, it'll be closed when this podcast comes out. And Thomas J. Doherty, he was like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, why don't we start fishing? He's like, what do you mean, just off the fucking dock or what? I'm like, I don't know. Like, fucking Shanny's got a boat. Like, what do you need? You need a fucking couple rods, a little fucking toolbox. And then he's like, but who's going to take the fish off the hooks and stuff? I'm like,
you're going to do the knot when you lose the hook. Yeah, when you lose the hook and the anchor.
Got to get a proper knot.
What do you call the bobby? The bobby thing.
Oh, yeah. That's not the fish. That's a nice fish, Richie, but that ain't the fish.
It's a good looking hockey card.
He caught a monster. Like, I mean, this thing was crazy. Look at Dustin Penner.
Mike Richards, that's the guy that's just enjoying a little, retirement package on the lake.
Look at that thing there. Sturgeon. Yeah, that's the big fucking sea creature, sturgeons. I think it might have been a sturgeon that Richie caught.
You ever used to watch that fishing guy who used to go catch the river monsters or whatever? Remember that guy?
On Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
He literally had to end the show because he caught every river monster in the world. There was no more to catch. Isn't that crazy?
He'd go into
Caught 'em all.
the Amazon and shit and fucking bring out these things. He'd be in the water. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? How much you making?
Yeah.
Fuck, how much is Netflix paying you? Sturgeon, those are the big boys. Those are the big boys. Have you ever, you don't mind deep sea fishing, eh? You went out and caught some.
Look up the Ogopogo. Look up that. Ogopogo.
Look up the Ogopogo.
In Okanagan Valley. See the myth.
Good wine there, eh?
They're all the best. Yeah. The legendary monster in the Okanagan Lake.
So, have people seen it? Or
yeah, they say they've seen it.
They've seen it.
Fucking
fuck, how much?
Hundreds of feet long.
Jesus.
Could this be a live video? Yeah, buddy.
Is that it?
Yeah, they say this fucking massive there. And he's been in there forever. But that's not, no, it's bigger than that. Oh, maybe no. Look at the Ogopogo propane. Look at that.
Ogopogo Giftland.
He's a real fucker.
Wow, he is. It's not really it's kind of a myth, but people have seen it.
Yep.
Did you see that? What's like the big snake? Anaconda. Go KC. Go Amazon Anaconda. Or what's the big snake? Is it Anaconda?
Yeah.
Have you seen this? That fucking thing. It's crazy.
I think I seen a picture of the AI that went around.
See, a lot of shit's AI too, right? I know.
The one I seen on Instagram not too long ago.
It's just a picture, Casey. It's just an image
from up high.
Above.
It's full fat.
Is that fake?
Oh my god,
that thing was a monster. I'm like, imagine bumping. Jesus, look at that.
Yeah, that's real.
So that was AI that caught me. Yeah,
I think so.
Right there. Go down, bottom left. Keep going. One more.
Yeah, right there.
That boy. So you're telling me that's
AI or real? Look at the headline.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
See, wow, you're good at this shit.
Yeah, I can. Well,
I
can't tell, but you just have to be like.
Look at the size of that.
That is so fake, though, right?
It got me. Yeah. I'm hooked on it. I'm easy to get the one on. Look at that. It's got to be fake, eh?
Yeah.
Guys, imagine just fucking out there fishing. That thing rolls
So the
by.
crazy thing is you could just put in, have a still shot from a video from a helicopter windshield flying over the Amazon, and have there be a 8 million pound anaconda snake in the water, and that these sick AI fucking features will show you that. Fuck, crazy.
So like your kids are just gonna grow up with AI, like they'll be able to know the difference, right?
They're gonna be able to. You're going to be able to learn from it and talk to it better and understand what it can do for you as a tool, like the internet was for us. Like people are like, "What? You're going to be able to just punch in like
free porn." Fucking rights. This thing's unbelievable.
Facial, like all of a sudden, what?
Hey, girl on girl. We're at the fucking about time.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have to like buy porn anymore. They're just going to put it on the internet for free. This is awesome.
Soon it's just going to be like, oh, he's thinking of porn. It's going to come up on his phone again, and then
if you're thinking about it,
yeah.
Oh well, how many guys are going to get censored? That's what I mean. That should not be allowed. That if you're just thinking about porn,
guys are screwed. Or maybe not.
You're just at dinner with your wife, and you're like, God, that porno I watched. bing, pops up on your phone. She's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Updog, how about this idea maybe? Maybe a fella tour sponsored by Kits on Vancouver Island in the fall, maybe.
Yeah.
Victoria.
A fishing trip.
Fish and chip. Sling some Kits eyewear.
Yeah.
Might be a thing.
Let's look it up. Let's try to do it.
Awesome. So, Big Gare, thank you. Updog, I appreciate it, fella. It's always fun doing these with you. KC, Kyle Conway, Max, the Ice Pick pickup. Thank you, Hall Pass Media. That was Curfew Calls.
Fellas.